own separate thing this time. So I want to do it all on the stage. Thankfully, putting all its own separate part of the game. Time for Mega Man 4 bosses, starting with Dustman. Yeah, I think it was actually recommended to do this one first, funny enough. Well, now we got Mega Man 4 bellies for Mega Man 4 stages. These ones are less like the stages from Mega Man 4 than the Mega Man 3 ones were, but they are still somewhat similar.
Well, how fast the spawn rates are in the pit, where the enemies just show up 2 enemies fast at a time.
Yeah. Like I said, I always saw Mega Man 4 as the most difficult of the NES ones. At least for legitimate reasons, unlike 2, when it just... 2 had it for some bad reasons. 1 was also very difficult, but that's kind of because of how archaic it is.
Yeah.
I'll give it a pass. There is some charm to how challenging but simple that Mega Man 1 is.
The only reason I don't like it that much is because of the slipperiness. But other than that, the rest of
The slipperiness, yeah.
And also, some of the enemies are bullshit.
The gauntlet at the end can be kind of shitty. And also,
that one enemy I really fucking
honestly,
hate.
the boss of the fortress kind of annoying me now I think about it. Mostly the freaking Mega Man copy and, well, the gauntlet getting up to Wily. Other than that, I'm fine with most of the fortress. I don't even remember the first boss of the fortress anymore.
Yellow Devil.
Oh!
How do you fucking forget that?
How do I remember the freaking thing in the water? How do I remember the thing in the waterway to throw blocks at? I didn't remember Yellow Devil. Jesus Christ.
God, it's like...
You actually play these games, MJ?
He does. He's not a fan of them like I am.
I haven't played them in a long time, alright? I've been occupied with other things. I've still been playing the Neon White. That's been a lot of my gaming focus right now. I guess trying to finish Fire Emblem Engage has been there, too. I have a few games I'm working on. I've just been slow on it. I'm also debating if I should finally get started with Resident Evil 2 Remake. Oh!
It was one of those ones too, so I would have actually been safe too.
From what little bit I know about Resident Evil 2, I know people don't like the remake as much because you can't do like both scenarios of both characters.
The scenarios are kind of weird and just...
Because like, the original version you had like 2 scenarios for each character, where I think the remake you were basically locked into that scenario with that character. Yeah. I think that's one of the things I heard people don't like about the remake, but...
That's like the big thing.
Yeah, I think I remember you telling me like people liked what Leon's was, but Claire's wasn't as good.
I think it was something like that.
Yeah, something to look forward to. Oh boy.
It's still a good game. I
mean, yeah, some people say it's still one of the best remakes of all time, though. I'm sure it plays like Resident Evil 4 in a way, so...
You like
and yet I've heard it's also still very difficult.
Oh, it is. Especially if you're going for the harder difficulties.
Oh god.
They make it...
Maybe I shouldn't do that.
It's like, they make it with that difficulty in mind at least, which is more than I can say about RE3 Remake.
Right. And again, I was getting the mindset for original Resident Evil 1. I have to remember, one of the big things to remember for that series though, you don't have to kill every fucking enemy. You're limited on ammo. To shoot you have to get by.
It's survival horror. In the sense of manage your resources.
Then again, Resident Evil Remake definitely taught me that with the fucking Crimson Heads!
Yep.
Oh, you want to kill that thing? Guess what? It's gonna revive you. Don't burn it, get fucked. Oh. You know, I hated it, but at the same time, you know, it does encourage you not to kill everything.
It teaches you about resource management.
Yeah, that's why I really do like Resident Evil 1 Remake.
That's why, like, the thing is, it's like, that's why I like resource management in games like the Resident Evil games versus something like Breath of the Wild, where it's like, here, my resources break. I'm in an open world.
You basically collect a bunch of materials to make resources, instead of it being, well, you collect resources, but they're limited. Make use of them when you need to.
Like, you're in open world and you're giving me this breakable resource shit. All this does is waste my fucking time.
Because it can be something that some people might see as bad game design, but it's kind of the point of the genre. Like, if you try to go out your way to kill everything, you're going to run out of ammo and you put yourself in a dead game. But that's kind of the point of survival horror. You need to be smart with your resources.
Yeah, like in a game like that's the reason why I don't like Breath of the Wild. It's like you make these breakable resources to give the illusion that it's like, oh, you need to resource your man. Like, we're in a giant open world and there's no end to these resources, so all this does is waste my fucking time.
Yeah.
And it discourages me from actually playing the main loop.
That
was the big thing about Breath of the Wild.
Breakable weapons.
Why? Like, if it was like if the scale was smaller, then it's one thing to be like, okay, I have to manage my weapons properly and be more careful about that one. But it's like,
Everything
it's a giant
breaks.
open world.
Everything breaks so quickly. That's also part of it.
Well, that doesn't bug me. It's that we're in a giant open world. Why
Ow!
waste time with a fucking usable breaking resource? You know what I mean? Breakable resources like this. We're in an open world. There's no limit to the resources I can get.
Yeah.
So what the hell's the point of this except just to waste time?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. At least the breaking shields in Skyward Sword kind of made sense. At least it was just one thing. It was kind of annoying you didn't have it, but you didn't really necessarily need the shield for anything. So at least it was optional, but, you know, it made things a lot easier, and, well, it encouraged you to get smart with the blocking. And I think like after the third dungeon in Skyward Sword, you get the shield that basically has low stamina, but it will regenerate. You know, at least you can infinitely use it, never break it. And there was resource collecting to get in those caves, but you didn't need to do any of it. It was just to help you, if anything. Huh, I didn't realize you could run all those spikes like that. Go figure.
Once they're on the ground, it's a really good weapon.
You know, these spikes were included. I love that Metals can survive spikes. Probably still need the checkpoint. Damn it! Where the hell is the checkpoint in this stage? Ah, Mega Man 4. You are a fun but painful experience.
I'll say this, modified Mega Man 4 is painful. It also doesn't help that contact damage is turning like a motherfucker.
Yeah. Everything does do a lot of damage. Was that one? I was trying to remember which one of the games you had a problem with contact damage in the classic series. Is that 3? There was one of the games you remember you said like contact damage was like brutal for like no reason. Yeah,
It might have been 3? Because, like, I think it has to do with the fact that it's the quick, the Doc robots. Contact damage with them suck.
that's right. You took out like more than a third of your health.
And and it doesn't help that one of them was fucking Quick Man.
Yeah.
So you got this giant-ass robot jumping on you.
Yeah. I
It's
might have
so
also been
fast.
thinking X3.
X3 is also pretty bad. Actually, no. I think X3 is...
It's like the contact damage was like bullshittingly strong.
I think it's just like the general damage that enemies dish out to you.
Oh,
is just
that
a
was
lot.
it. Yeah.
That's the thing with X3. It's just like just like the general amount of damage that enemies do to you is what made it to us.
Yeah.
Also, fuck you, by the way.
Oh, one of the best Sigma fights in the series.
Yeah.
Hitting that fucking head sucked.
Yeah, that fight is just
Ugh.
awful. God, that fight's horrible.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was doing this.
And then an escape sequence after you beat him.
Yep, and
That was
you gotta
fun.
do the whole fight again. That's right. I keep forgetting about that. Oh my god. It's not the most difficult thing to do, but it just sucks if you lose. You have to do the whole fight again.
Yeah.
That is horrible. God, X3 sucks.
There are some people who actually like that game too.
I know some people say it's their favorite series. I cannot understand. I mean, playing as Zero is cool, but if he dies once, you lose him for the rest of the game. And frickin'... Honestly, I'd just rather be playing as frickin' Mega Man X myself. At least for X3.
Well, X3, he's an afterthought. Not until X4 where he finally...
Yeah, and you have to use him in one stage for a boss to get friggin' Mega Man X to use the friggin' Z-Saber. Don't know why that was how they decided to do that, but yeah. Still so weird.
Oh god.
Yeah, this stage is kind of a dick. I mean, it's Dustman stage.
I need to just kind of organize myself.
It's worse than what they did in Mega Man 4 on NES.
Oh, they actually keep it permanent, I think.
Yep, thank God. So you just have to go in and out so you can actually clear a way to get through. Oh, damn it! Let's say we hit that block, would have been good. Now we hit the checkpoint.
Great, we started, which means that...
Yeah, you have to slide to avoid that one. Fuck! We do have save states and rewind if it really comes down to that. I mean, I'm sure you're not going to want to do that, I'm just stating it. If it really gets that bad. another thing that came up recently. You hate how Nintendo's been getting rid of music from fucking YouTube because they don't want you listening to stuff.
Yeah, I know. I heard about their special music service.
It makes a lot of sense now why they've been doing that, finally. I mean, well, I want to say that's actually pretty cool. It's more of a about goddamn time thing.
Yeah.
It's like, at least you guys are finally doing it. The
The
selection
fact
right
that
now
it took you this long.
the selection they have right now is limited, but honestly, the way it works is cool, though. You basically have their music libraries of their soundtracks they throw on there. Mostly Switch games right now, but, you know, they're working on it. You know, you basically have a bunch of playlists. You can look at things that other people did for playlist stuff, look at particular characters and stuff and themes. You can save them as your favorites and download them, so you can listen to them offline. You can even have extended versions of them, that last up to an hour. You know, for those that actually really care about listening to it, they did customize it very well for that purpose, so. At the very least, they're doing it right. It's just, you know, they just need a lot more. And it's only available for Switch Online subscribers, you know, it's another benefit.
Definitely.
At least it's free if you have the subscription, so. You know, I guess it would have been cool in a way if you could. Oh, man. Would have been nice. They could have made it like you could have, like. Actually, I don't know if people like that. You have to pay for it if you don't have a subscription.
No.
That would probably rub people the wrong way, too.
It's going to look bad.
Yeah.
This subscription service is kind of a damn if you do, damn if you don't either way.
I mean, still, you're just paying at minimum $20 a year to basically have free access to it, so.
And some people will argue it's like, oh, well, it's been on there for free, and you know.
At least Nintendo has a lot of stuff they offer for free for their freaking bare minimum subscription. Offer online play, a library of plenty of virtual games on Switch, and now a music library to listen to. For $20 a year, that's actually pretty reasonable. The value of the original Switch Online is still good. Expansion Pack's another story.
Yeah.
And that's really only there if you want to really play Nintendo 64 Game Boy Advance games. Which Game Boy Advance games...
Game Boy Advance has a decent library work for them.
Yeah.
I don't know about the N64 and Sega Genesis.
Well, N64, I've been spending time going through some of them myself. I mean, you got Paper Mario, you got Mario Party, you care for them. Mario 64 is now 2 versions of that on the Switch for some fucking reason. Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. Pokemon Stadium's actually coming to friggin' Virtual Console for those who care about those as well. I still want Mischief Makers, goddammit.
I want Goemon.
Goemon would be a good one too.
But that's
You know, since
really...
the creator of that game is basically one of the good feel, they probably could get something like that going, unless it's more of a gray area for
I feel like it might
reasons.
be a great... I feel like it might be a great... But then again, they've all been on Nintendo consoles, so...
You know, licensed with, like, the property. Isn't it, like, based off an anime in particular?
I don't think so.
Oh, it's going on, like, a gaming franchise?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They should be able to get on there, yeah.
But then again, we say that, but it's like, oh, well, what we can say it about so many games.
I mean...
It's
yeah.
like, you expect it's like, oh, they gotta put everything on there. It's like...
I would think it because the director of Good Feel was the one who made those games and basically works with Nintendo pretty much. Well, may as well refresh our lives again. That it would be easy, but I don't know. They ain't licensing for weird games on there like Winback. I know some people like. Apparently, it's like some people see it as like a very early predecessor for what Gears of War eventually perfected with third-person shooters. At least that's what I heard.
Don't you mean perfected with Fortnite? Kappa.
Oh, God damn it. Ah, speaking of Switch Online, Banjo-Tooie finally came on for expansion pack, people.
About damn time!
Still no Diddy Kong Racing, though. It just feels weird.
And again, how many people remember Diddy Kong Racing?
I mean, it's still...
Is there DK64 on there?
No.
I would rather have that first.
DK64 I understand because the implementation of that is a little weird. They gotta work on Wii U, though. They should be able to get it to work on a Switch. And they finally did get rid of the frickin' widescreen bug they had when they first launched Jet Force Gemini on there. Because you can basically set it to widescreen, and the screen's supposed to actually set itself to widescreen. You do that. When Jet Force Gemini first came out, they had it like letterbox. It looked horrible. They set it for how it was supposed to look if the screen wasn't, you know, still set to like 4-3 or whatever.
Oh god.
Oh, damn it! Rewind! Oh, that's so disappointing. God damn it. But, yeah, Banjo-Tooie being on there is nice. For the better Banjo-Kazooie game, don't tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong. Not really, I like Banjo-Tooie more too.
I get why some people like the simpler nature of Banjo-Kazooie. I do get that, but I just feel like Banjo-Kazooie is definitely a better designed game.
You mean Tooie?
Yeah, Tooie, yep. I know what I said! No.
Apparently not.
God. I did recently watch a video that showed some things I didn't know about the game, how broken some parts of Banjo-Tooie are. Like, remember that stomping a dinosaur thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, with just the giant leg. Apparently with regular Banjo, you can avoid it if you jump at the right time. You know, there's like a 2 or 3 frame window, you jump a certain way, you can avoid it actually stomping on you.
Neat.
Looks like that part of the game was not thought out that well.
That's why some people would argue like the second game's worse, because there's some things that just aren't thought out that well.
Yeah, I guess. I will say, I'm not a big fan of the water level from that game. That's like the one level I don't like from Tooie.
I can't remember what...
At least they give you the infinite air thing, and the swimming, once you get the faster swimming, which you can get after the second stage, it's better, but it's definitely the weak point of the game for me.
It's a picker point.
Although, I think a lot of people also point to Grunty Industries.
I actually like Grunty Industries.
I think people hate the fact that learning how to actually get into the stage is what ticked people off. You never thought you need to use a train to actually break into the inside. You either enter the stage to the front, to hit the train switch to actually make it so you can get to use a train to get there. Meaning you have to do a certain thing in the second stage to actually get there.
Yeah, it is definitely a little bit unconventional, to say the least.
Yeah, it is very interesting though, once you figure it out. I think I remember when I first played the game, I used cheats to get in there. I think I basically gave myself infinite health using the, Honey King cheat, I think it was. One of the cheats, you had to enter forward, not backwards. And basically, you just had to basically hop through the water and get around the back. But...
oh, fuck.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely weird considering the rest of the game.
Alright, time to die to the Crusher segment.
But I definitely do still like Tooie more.
Oh, God!
Oh! Well, you got the... I hope you still have the checkpoint. If they push you back at the beginning of the stage... that is fucked.
Wow.
So you have to die in a certain room in order to be considered being at the checkpoint. It's not hitting the room, it's being past it.
The fuck?
Well, that's something good to know about the game design. You have to be past a certain point for the checkpoint to be valid. If you go backwards, it invalidates the checkpoint. Well, good to know. We learned something today. This game's a dick.
It's more of a dick than you realize.
Yeah. Primitive game design.
And this is supposed to be the best of the four levels we have to go through?
Well, the Robot Master, anyway. It's just like how the game started! God damn it! Like I said, though, this is the hardest of the remaining ones. 4 and 5 are still difficult, but not quite like this one.
I was talking about just the general...
oh, the stages, yeah.
It's like... and we have 3 more that could potentially be worse.
Oh, yeah, stages, yeah. I'm just saying, like, of the Game Boy games, like I said, this is still the hardest one. The platforming can be kind of rough. That has been the bigger problem with this game. It's been the platform more than anything.
Yeah. Also doesn't help that contact damage is just a mother.
Yup. They probably made it difficult to make up for the fact they have a charge shot, I guess. Like I said, they balance it out a lot more once we get to 4. And that's why 5 ends up so good, too. We just had to get through these last bits of hell. Oh god, then we have what's after these stages! Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
This is definitely the most painful of them all, that's for sure. 4 is definitely a lot more balanced. Besides, we have another Mega Man 4 Robot Master in the next game that you should be very familiar with.
Yep.
He's so difficult, it's like rapid firing is his weakness. But who would think to rapidly shoot against him?
Who would?
Such a tough strategy. As long as we don't fall again, we have a checkpoint.
What's that fall and restart at the beginning?
No! Not again! It's better to get crushed than to frickin' fall. At least at that point. It's how to get rid of that top one. There we go. Now we can stay there comfortably. At least getting rid of the top one should be helpful.
Let me do something else here.
Oh, God. But yeah, I hope they go through more Nintendo, add more good stuff to the Nintendo Music Library. I know when they said, you know, Mario 64 isn't on there yet, but will be soon. Wind Waker's library I got there. I'll say it's definitely one of the better music tracks from the Zelda games. I was gonna say, I remember looking at Ocarina of Time stuff on there. I was like, I don't know if there's actually any of this I'd actually want to go out of my way to listen to.
Yeah.
That's a good soundtrack, but nothing I'm like wowed by. Like, honestly, go back to Star Fox 64 soundtrack. It's really good.
Star Fox 64 soundtrack is excellent.
It has the same sound font as Ocarina of Time as well, which is weird to notice. Like, if you listen to how the instrumentation works, both soundtracks.
The problem
sound
is
very
that
similar.
the Ocarina of Time soundtrack feels like it more focuses on the atmosphere stuff, and I've never.
It makes sense for the Zelda games. I get it.
It works in the moment, but when you're trying to play beyond
yeah.
it,
Looking back, one of my favorite songs I realized there's always a Star Wolf thing. The Area 6 theme when you're going to the last main stage of the hard route. Yo, that theme hits hard. Ugh. Got Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2 soundtracks on there.
oh, fun! I actually can't stand it.
And they got the Kirby Star Ally soundtrack.
Oh, I see how it works. Okay, I can't stand right here because of that.
Yes. Ladder! Fly through this crusher!
Just to die to him. Not.
Almost. Maybe you won't die in one hit, baby. All those spikes. Oh, man. The pain. Ow! You motherfucker! No! I knew it, that fucker. Ugh. Great. Thin platform for being pelted at by a bunch of other enemies. You could always throw a save state here if you wanted to just keep starting back at a checkpoint.
I could.
Just an offer so we don't have to keep going through the stage for the fucking 5th fucking time. But yeah, they do have the Kirby Star Ally soundtrack, which thankfully we did reuse a lot of the old music, so you actually have soundtrack for a lot of Kirby games just bless you, for the Kirby Star Ally soundtrack, which bless you. Some of the music in Kirby games is great. But they have had mostly one composer for most of the series run, which is crazy. Now then again, you can say the same thing with a lot of Nintendo's games with Koji Kondo.
Yeah.
Still, Kirby also has excellent soundtracks. I remember one of my favorites is the final boss theme from Planet Robobot.
I mean, need I bring up Galactonite?
And that theme. They don't have the Kirby Return to Dreamland version, which is my least favorite version, but it's still good. I don't know if I like the Superstar. I don't know if I like the... I like the Planet Robobot version better. I think the best one is still the simple one, Superstar Ultra.
Yeah, Superstar Ultra one is amazing.
It just sounds metal as fuck. That's one of those things like, yeah, Kirby's a franchise for kids. And you hear the Galactonite theme, you're like, what the
No, the hilarious thing about it is that you hear Galactonite's theme, and you see this giant pink dude, it's like, oh, this guy can't be that tough.
And
You
then
fight him.
It's just Meta Knight on steroids, like, oh god! Tornadoes out the ass, frickin' mooks being sent at you, just fast, painful terror.
No, it's like, oh, it's just some pink man I want to be. What? How hard could he possibly be? And then he turns out to be the hardest thing
It's
imaginable.
around before Meta Knight. Oh god!
You think this glam? You think I'm weak because of my glam? Bitch, this glam? Bitch, I wear this glam proudly.
And Star Allies introduced a lamer but stronger cousin in Morpho Knight.
Yeah.
I think... Did you ever finish Forgotten Land?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Did you do the extra boss stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, so you did see the final form of the extra form of the last boss, right? Yeah, they have basically Morpho Knight in Forgotten Land. In Star Allies, in Morpho Knight, he had the ability to basically corrupt your allies and basically have them fight against you. That was kind of a interesting thing they could have only done in that game. Ooh. Gotta be careful where I place this thing. Oh, that thing hit you, knock you down.
know what?
Go figure! Fuck you! Ready to suspend point? May as well. That way we don't have to start the whole stage again from the beginning. At the very least, we're only doing the second half of the stage now. Ow! Yeah. I'm tired of getting crushed by this shit, man! Don't understand. Who's gonna kill me constantly? There we go. Getting rid of the top row is the most important. That way you don't get crushed. You want to make sure the bottom ones don't crush you enough either. Yeah, now we're good. But yeah, Kirby games definitely have great soundtrack to them.
I mean, I wouldn't really know much about Nintendo soundtracks because, like I said, I don't really have much experience with Nintendo games.
True. I mean, weirdly enough, I don't go listen to a lot of Zelda soundtracks.
Neither do I.
Twilight Princess is pretty good though too.
Yeah.
The Ganondorf fight theme is one of my favorites. It's simple, but threatening and effective.
Yeah, that's why I like it.
Oh yeah. And they have Breath of the Wild soundtrack on there. It had a soundtrack? No, really, it had a soundtrack?
I don't remember a single thing about that game soundtrack.
I will say one theme I did realize that stood out to me was the... Oh god! One thing that did somewhat stand out was apparently one of the second phase against the Phantom Ganon thing or whatever. Or no, the Calamity Ganon, excuse me. The second thing was actually something. It was intimidating, actually sounded like...
Breath of the Wild or...
Yes.
Tears of the Kingdom?
No, Breath of the Wild.
I don't remember any of the music from Breath of the Wild. So
I know, I was going through the soundtrack, I was like, okay, do I even remember it? I heard that, I was like, oh, okay. I remember from Smash Brothers. That's how I remembered it. I was like, oh, they used this theme in Smash Brothers. It's an actual theme in Breath of the Wild? Huh, go figure.
For me, like, another big soundtrack, Xenoblade. That's the big joint.
They don't have any Xenoblade on there yet. They need those.
They need those on there.
Yeah,
like,
those do have a lot of tracks on them, to be fair.
There is too much for Xenoblade.
I think it can officially get the soundtrack for like 3. Yeah. I think 2 as well.
I want to get both. Like 2's especially.
Yeah, 2's is really good. 3 has some good bangers, not like 2 and 1 did.
The Future Redeem stuff has some amazing ones. Future Redeem soundtrack.
It still has great music, just not as good as 1 and 2 in my opinion.
Yeah, 1 and 2 has amazing soundtracks, but 3 is like, it had good ones, I'm not gonna sit here and deny them that, but compared to 1 and 2, like definitely...
God, those were some great soundtracks.
Yeah.
Huh, I wonder if I should use Rush yet. Oh, I don't have that. God damn it.
So can I just not make it?
You need to use Rush, Coil. You keep turning around before you hit it. Damn it.
I'm not gonna dignify this.
There we go.
Better hope you have enough to actually be able to get onto the fucking ladder, otherwise you're fucked.
Alright, so yeah, like I said, this game's still not seen as positive as the latter 2. It still has its rough notes, but it's still better than 1 and 2, just has some of the bullshit level design notes that were brought about since...
4, possibly, maybe? I don't know.
4 did! 4 of the classic NES ones was probably the worst of it, although 2's not far behind.
Although I feel like 2 is more bullshit.
I just remember Dive Man stage in 4. That one pissed me off. And whatever stage had the boulders. Those...
Drill Man.
Yeah, those 2 I hated. The boulders pissed me off a lot in Drill Man stage. Because I could not figure out for the life of me how to dodge some of them.
Actually, Mega Man 5 now I think about also had that bullshit as well. Crystal Man.
Oh yeah, the timing was ran on the drops. It wasn't as bad as the boulders, but it was still pretty bad.
Yeah, it's like there's no way I ever beat that stage without the fucking...
But the one thing, the underwater segment of Dive Man, the spikes. I hate the one room transition. If you jump when you're doing the room transition, you're automatically thrown on the spikes and you cannot avoid it. That pissed me off. It's like, are you kidding me?
Alright, what are you gonna do?
So, Dustman!
Oh, awesome, he jumps.
Oh.
I actually
We're
thought-
dead center on it. I'll say, don't you want to stand still and jump on that one? Yeah, let's not do the stage again. Let's just wipe this one. Let's just get this one taken care of. So we don't really get stuck in this stage forever. Technically, Dustman should still be easy. Because it's fucking Dustman. Another decent recommendation for first Robot Master of Mega Man 4 if it wasn't for how simple another one of them was. Oh, that's what it is, right. You gotta have to jump away from it before it explodes and then jump back before the debris hits you. That's what it is. You just have to do very subtle movements. Or just be against the wall, that works too. Oh! The jump is too fast! Ooh! So close. Fuck you! I still think it'd be quite a dick move if he could absorb your charge shots and use them against you.
That's what I always like think of when I'm like afraid of it as like a countermeasure to just you being reckless with your charge shots.
That would be
Like,
fucking impressive though. I'd be like, oh fuck! The only thing they did with that was anchor though.
yep.
Well, you keep shooting him, the more you shoot him when he's absorbing, the stronger shot he fires at you. He does take damage though, so if you know how to dodge it, you could just abuse him. Hey, finally got rust yet! Could have used that earlier! Especially that one jump!